Hello, this is Right Side Trader. Today is October 18th, 2025, and this is my weekly market review. We're reviewing the NASDAQ 100, that's QQQ, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your please check with your significant other. Please check with your financial advisor and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right. I got some things that I'm gonna put out here in the next week or so. Well, in the next 2 weeks. In the next week, I'm gonna try to put something out. People have been asking me about dividend stocks. My son was looking at some dividend stocks and all that he wanted. Somebody had told him to buy, and I kind of looked at it and I said no, 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 no. And I'll show you why I said no, 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 no. And the other thing, I saw some other people. They were telling. It seemed like when somebody brings something into your vision or your site, and it seems like it starts all coming to you. I saw some other people talking about dividend stocks too, and they were talking about how these particular dividend stocks were a scam. And I kind of had to agree with them, because once you go and look at them, and some of them definitely are, and because again, any money that you would have invested into them, you would have lost all that money, even though you were getting a dividend. So it doesn't make sense. That's why I don't really trade dividends. That's why, again, it's hard for me to just even go there, because I don't trade dividend stocks for the dividend themselves. 99.9% of the time, I just trade them based on my trading strategies that I have, and when I see that they are a buy or a sell, I buy or sell them based on what I'm seeing on the charts, and that's it. And I'll put this little intro, and I'm gonna do this in the next week. I've been trying to create my little outline to actually do it, because again, there's a lot of crap out there on dividend stocks and all that already. But I'm not gonna get into all that kind of details. I'm just the main points that you need to know when it comes to dividend stocks and all. What I think is important, in my opinion. But let's get back to my weekly market review. All right, on the Qs. Let's minimize this. Let's resize this chart and maximize this quarterly chart. On this quarterly chart, we still see green, even though the things have gotten kind of crazy. We're getting kind of a doji here, beginning of this quarter, but it is green. That's a good thing. We're at the highs. Again, a market at a high like this, green, you always got to be kind of careful and stuff. So just pay attention to your trading plans and your trading strategies based on where we're at right now in this market. Let's go down to this monthly chart. On this monthly chart, we're still above the 9-10 moving average. That's that blue line right there that you see. And again, we're still green. We're still above the pivot. So everything is still looking really pretty bullish based on my trading plans and my trading strategies that I do. Again, as long as I'm above pivot, I'm bullish. As long as I'm green, I'm bullish. I'm good. So that's the whole thing. So I'll be looking for bullish stocks to trade and all. Give you a little bit of how I look at things but everything looks good there. Let's go down to the weekly chart. And on this weekly chart, even though we had this crazy week last day, which was one day that caused all this week we turned back green. We got what I call an inside candle. We also have what is called a bullish harami at the top, maybe not at the best location, but again, it's good to have a bullish candle pattern at this time based on what's been going on in the market and going on in the country. So again, you'll be looking at now to break out of this pattern. Is it going to break out of this pattern to the top side, or is it going to break out of this pattern to the downside? So that's all you'll be kind of like waiting on, and you can be trading, no trade recommendation, but you can be trading that whole breakout, breakdown with whatever strategy you want to play. If you're selling above, selling below, buying above, buying below, whatever you want to do, that's why I have to throw it all out there. Because again, no trade recommendation there, just based on your trading plans and your trading strategy. We got a pattern here that we can trade off of at this time, on a weekly chart. But let's go ahead and go down to the daily noise and see what we see there and wrap this up on this daily noise. What I see here is, like you say, you got the chop. This was a very choppy week. This was a good week for us intraday traders, trading the market to the upside, trading the market to the downside, catching some good dips in the market and all, and being able to, based on the indicators that you actually be using, there were some good dips, and it was, like I say, short swings, not just shorting the market at all. But it wasn't a bad week at all. I really didn't trade that much, but again, I was just kind of like in and out because I see this. We kind of like you're wondering what's going to happen now since you had this big one day, and based on what's going on in the country, we got an inside day. Like the market is kind of like waiting, trying to decide what it wants to do at this time, and that's what I see based on what I'm seeing on the chart. That's what I can see. That's what I see happening. It's going to have to give me an indication. Do you really want to go higher? You would break this top. If you really want to go lower, you would break this bottom. You know, that's what we are seeing here on the chart at this time, and that's all I really have to share at this time. This is Right Side Trader. Hope you guys have a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you next week. Have a good one. Bye.